Hey Spartans, I'm not fooling around. Today is Thursday, April 1st, 2021. Rabbit rabbit, by the way. I'm Miss Christmas Harris, and here are your morning announcements. It's Knowledge Drop Thursday. You know how much I love Knowledge Drop Thursday. This one's a little wackadoodle. I'm not going to lie. Why? Because the work dropped today isn't due until the Wednesday after spring break. And you might see it be a little bit lighter, not as heavy as normal. Why? Because there's only 3 days of school, so only 3 days of work. I know that seems weird. I'll try to make it crystal clear. If you have any questions, of course, give me a shout out. But the long and short of it, my friends, is do you have an end of the quarter plan? Because we have a perfect storm of everything coming together at the same time. Today is periods 5 and 6 if you're in the building. But remember, there are no Google Meets today and there are no Google Meets tomorrow. But also remember, you need to have a plan for success. That doesn't mean that you're like completely done with school. You got to check your announcements. You got to check your Google Classrooms to see what's due. Maybe do the work now to where you don't even have to think about it after spring break. So many options before you, my friends. If we were in building, it would be a 3.5-hour half day. So maybe, hopefully, find 3.5 hours of time to do your work. That seems like a good plan for success. Now, if you're super behind, I would highly, highly suggest to you that you really turn and burn and get as much done as you can, because I'm willing to bet a lot of your teachers have due dates of today or tomorrow for the late work for the end of the quarter. Know your due dates. Ask your questions. Get your work done. Reach out to your teachers with emails. You can do this, but you need to have a plan. Like I said, today we have in-person in the morning for periods 5 and 6, no Google Meets, but we do have afternoon conferences. Brief public service announcement. If your parents are at your conference, you should go too, because we're talking about you. And you're probably the most important part of the whole equation. Tomorrow, just in person, no afternoon Google Meets. Then we have a glorious spring break. Yay! And then here's that weirdness of the perfect storm. When you come back on Monday, April 12th, it's the last day of third quarter. So much to think about, but I know you can do this. Your books are on sale. Don't forget to buy one. Happy birthday today to Olivia B. If you need any help, here's our emails. They haven't changed, nor has the phone number. All right, so yesterday I asked you about robin eggs, and a solid 57% of you said delicious. About 2% of you said no, not enjoyable. While 38% of you are amazed that I am still asking Easter candy questions. And you know what? Because we're almost to Easter, because it's at the end of the week and it's almost spring break, I've got 4 questions in the daily check-in. If you've never done the daily check-in before, I encourage you to go do that now. It's available in your Google Classroom for your grade level. Go check it out. I wonder what the questions will be. I know, I wrote them. All right, it is a new week. It is a new month. It is time for a new character dare. And this week, as this slide says, we're keeping it real. So bear with me as I read this whole thing to you. The most common way to practice honesty is by telling the truth. Another way to think about it is being real or authentic with yourself and in your interactions with others. Although it can be scary to be honest, everyone wants to be around people they feel they can trust. One of the best ways to build trust with others is by being truthful, open, and genuine in our conversations, with our feelings, and through the acceptance of our imperfections. That leads us to the character dare. The character dare this week is called Mirror, Mirror. It centers on honesty, and it says, every mirror you see today, look into it and tell yourself that you are awesome. It's 100% true, and the more you believe it, the more others will believe it too. Just don't go around telling people. It's kind of wacky, kind of rude. So finally, Spartans, for your words of wisdom on this Thursday, April 1st, no joking around. We're back to that whole honesty thing that I just explained so well in that slide. Remember that we're talking about truthfulness, sincerity, or frankness. Speaking of frankness, Ben Franklin once said, honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the freedom from deceit or fraud. Now, there's a little bit of difference between truth and honesty, which you can see on the slide here. But when it boils down to it, being an honest Spartan, being an honest person, starting with yourself, those in your circle, and all around you, it's the way to go. Be true to others in all that you do, right? So, we're focusing on honesty. Let's all work on being a little bit more honest. Here's my honest thought. You guys are awesome. Get your work done. With something to think about, this is Miss Christmas Harris reminding you the choices you make today shape your world tomorrow. That's it for your morning announcements on this April Fool's Day, folks. Have a great one. Get your work done. That I am not fooling around about. Don't delay. Do your work today. Talk to you later, Spartans.